What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. AuzSOME here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on what, but I hope it is awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about crypto, to talk more about the markets. As you guys know, I was not streaming yesterday. Yes, we had a really, really big day with the FOMC meeting. Things were kicked off pretty good. I got to say, man, markets were actually trending nicely back upwards. I mean, it was a nice little thing to see. Markets were coming back, and then the markets came right back down. And like I said, it was a buy the rumor, sell the news. I put out a tweet on it talking about the buy the rumor, sell the news. It's exactly what it was. It was a buy the rumor, sell the news event, which I think we talked about on Monday and into Tuesday, talking about most likely being that. And every indicator out there was saying that it was most likely going to be that. We can go back and actually look at the RSIs. We can go back and look at sort of where the MACD was, and you can see that we were on basically a downtrend. We're actually at the top of that market, or that little cycle that we were in. I mean, a lot of the RSIs were over purchased. We looked like we were going to have a little bit of a downturn, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now. We're seeing us come back down. We're seeing the indicators reset, and I think a lot of us actually anticipated that. I did. I sold out on my long positions. I posted in Discord. I got into a long position going into yesterday's FOMC meeting, obviously with the buy the rumor, sell the news. You guys saw that went up pretty good. I mean, I think I made almost like what $1,200-$1,300 off of my long positions, and then I sold those. And now I'm just waiting to sort of buy in at the bottom for my next long position. And I probably could have rode that down on a short, but I didn't. I just sold it and sat out on it. But yeah, it's just it's just been an up and down ride. I know, but nothing changes for me. Nothing changes. I think that I'm still super bullish with where the markets are going. Nothing on that changes, and I'll show you guys some data as to why I'm still staying where I'm at with it when it comes to just being bullish. So before we jump into it, I do want to say what's up to everyone on the A team. What's up, everyone over on TikTok? What's up, Travis? We got Travis in the house here. Yeah, XCL Mafia strong. Hell yeah, dude. We got Andrew B here. What's up, buddy? Yeah, 100K. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably hit and miss, dude. I'm not very consistent. That's probably my biggest thing. I only do live streams. I don't do like pre-recorded stuff, but yeah, I probably just live streams. That's probably why if I had to guess, but it is what it is. So Poppy, what's up, dude? Just Maui, Dave's Dog Zoe, good to see you. Keep Crypto Keeper Joel. What's up, my guy? Yeah, definitely buy right now. I would agree with Andrew B. Tony Punch, what's up, buddy? We got Chameleon in the house here. What's going on, dude? Guy Kemp, what's up, guy? We got Seiko Hunts in the house here. Andrew, what's up, buddy? Batchman, Swords, and Daisy, what's up, dude? XRP, Lemur, BP Kohler, what's up, bud? Trent's in the house here. Good to see Trent. We got Griff, Observer Dude. J-Man, what's up, J-Man? We got Rick, Zeus. I'm scrolling a little fast, so if I did miss your name, I'm sorry. Who else we got here? We got Marty. What's up, man? XRP OG, what's up, bud? Chris, what's going on, dude? I'm doing good. How are you? Scott, Scarlin, what's up, man? All right. Let's jump into it. Corey Hobbs, what's up, bud? Yeah, A-Team strong. Hell yeah. What's up, Seiko? It's good to see you, Seiko. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. So, but yeah, hope all is well, buddy. So, let's see. Audio seems good today. Don't touch anything. Yeah, right. I appreciate that, Andrew B. Thanks so much for going over on the TikTok side. Maybe I've finally figured out how to do TikTok for the first time. But all right, let's jump into it, dude. We got some things to cover here. As you see, the cryptocurrency market did dip back down to a $3.06 trillion market cap. Kind of sucky, right? Fear and greed's actually still going back up. I mean, we're actually going up as much as we are where we're at. You can see Bitcoin right here sitting around 90,000. We dipped below 90,000 earlier. Ethereum's actually holding up strong. I mean, it was around 3,300, almost 3,400. Still sitting around almost 32. It's about 3,190. Not too bad. XRP's been it's kind of been the lull. I talked about this in my Discord. It's just been a hard one to ride out. It's been a hard one to buy. Even the indicators are a little mixed on it, but still sitting right here, 6% down on the week, 3% down over the last 24 hours. This thing ripped nicely into the FOMC meeting and then came crashing down pretty hard. And every indicator kind of told us that. So that's kind of where that's at. You can see Solana's trying to hang in there a little bit, still down about 3% as well. The other babies down here, I mean, Zcash keeps killing it up in the positive still. Our other one over here in Hedera came down. Look at that, dude. 1290, dude. It's crazy to see that. 8% down over the last 10 days or 7 days. Avalanche getting beat up as well. So kind of disappointing. However, we had record breaking over here for the Dow, right? Dow jumps 500 points to record as Oracle sparks rush for AI. I mean, a lot of people are talking about the AI bubble here, but we're seeing the stock markets continue to hit all-time highs. NASDAQ hitting all-time highs. S&P 500s continue to hit all-time highs. So it's just kind of a wild ride. Tommy Savage, what's up, buddy? What does it say over here? Oh yeah, I saw 21 shares. Yeah, Andrew B. And 21 shares ETF launched today. Yeah, I did see that. That was think it's over here. You can see right here today, 21 Shares has launched its XRP ETF, offering regulated exposure to XRP as adoption grows. I mean, we know that these ETFs continue to rule the space. A lot of data out there actually suggesting just how much ETFs are going to rule. I say it so much, man, and I just they're going to continue to rule the space, man. They're going to continue to rule what goes up and down in this. And I mean, the tokenization of real world assets are coming on board. We're seeing the ETFs sort of play into that. So this is really big, man. Drop some good news, brother. Yeah, we'll drop some good news. I got some positive things out here that I've showed, and I'll show some more. What happened? I mean, it was a buy the rumor, sell the news, dude. The Senate failed to advance both Republican and Democratic proposals to address the healthcare. Yeah, I don't know how the whole thing's going to play out. I don't think it has anything to do with what the markets are at, but yeah, it kind of sucks. 13 days left for Sentinel. Yeah, 17 Sentinel's killing it, dude. Almost 1.7 million raised. Kind of crazy, right? Yeah, silver going crazy, gold going crazy. We'll look at some of that too as well. So let's actually jump into it. We got some things to cover here. As you can see right now, Bitcoin dips below the 90K, even after the FOMC meeting yesterday. But again, I just want to reiterate here, historically, altcoins, BTC pairings outperform when quantitative tightening ends. And so the next few months could get very interesting. We know this going into 2026, Q1, Q2. I mean, just go back and look at our previous years, right? All the way back to 2016. And we had quantitative tightening. Then we had, we had the lifting of it. Then we went through another quantitative tightening, which was a really long few years. We're almost talking 3 years of quantitative tightening. What do you think is going to happen next? I mean, again, everything's ran off of a business cycle here. And when you have when quantitative tightening gets lifted, we already know that the market's going to run. So just like everyone that's freaking out on the daily right now and seeing that the markets are down, and like, yes, your investment if you bought Bitcoin yesterday, yes, you're down. If you bought Ethereum yesterday, yes, you're down. XRP. But if you look at the longevity of where we're at and where we're going, I think that this is pretty telling on what's going to happen next. And yeah, what happened to your last live stream? Oh, I shared some personal information in there, like that I shouldn't have shared, and so I couldn't edit it, so I just put it to the side. So yeah, Sentinel might be deployed at 3 billion. Yeah, if it gets to 3 billion, it'd be pretty cool. So here's another thing right here. Market fear is slowly cooling. Markets, you can see right here, I told you guys we're at 29 today, which is really good. This was we are now above extreme fear levels, which were last month, showing traders are still cautious, but fear is clearly easing here. So as much as we're at these lows, realize that people are actually more optimistic, right? I mean, we hit levels of 9 for extreme fear. Now we're at 28, 29. And this is actually really good because when we start to actually rally back into levels of, when you go back over here and you look into like levels of greed or more, it actually tends to look pretty well, which is over here, right? Yellow being neutral, and red obviously being over purchase territory. So this is kind of what you want to see. I mean, we're starting to make a recovery here, which means that we could have hit bottom. And that's kind of what people are hoping for. Going back to the ETFs, right? As I told you guys, we had another 21 shares went live with the XRP ETF today. And it goes back to this, dude. I can't reiterate this enough. I mean, please just follow the trends of the ETFs, dude. The ETFs are going to rule this space. They're already ruling it. And, you just go and look. And you can see right now, the crypto funds posted a 716 million in inflows last week, the second highest inflow in 6 weeks. So we are regaining our losses from last month. You can see right here, last month we got obliterated. This month we're starting to get money back into it. And it says overall Bitcoin ETFs attracted 352 million, while XRP saw 245 million, and Chainlink posted a 52.8 million. Dude, XRP inflows are insane right now. The only downside to it is short-term Bitcoin ETPs saw a negative 18.7 million in outflows. And so if you actually go back and look, that's our biggest issue in crypto right now, is it's the short-term holders. Short-term holders are the ones that are driving down Bitcoin because they're either selling their positions, most likely selling their positions. They're selling for losses. They're probably going to take their tax hit. They're going to harvest at the end of this year. And unfortunately, almost 90% of people that hold Bitcoin and or crypto from a short-term standpoint are in the negative at this point. And it's kind of sucks to see, right? I mean, no one wants to see that. You can see right here, you can come down here and you can see, right, we're negative 6.83% on the year, meaning that if you bought this, a year ago, you're down 6%. If you bought it year to date, you're down roughly 3.52%. So, I mean, you can see this year has actually, if you're a short-term holder, it's not looking too hot for short-term holders. And so you're seeing that even happening right now inside this, the ETF side of these things. Short-term sellers are the ones actually selling the crypto, selling it at the highest rate. Stan Demand, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Cool Cat. We got Cool Cat in the house here. Austin Silver is a great investment. All new technology needs silver. That's true. I would agree with you, Joe. 100%. Selmo. We got Selmo Foot in the house here. What's up, Selmo? I think I might got all my mods in the house here, dude. B-Man, what's going on, dude? Appreciate you being here. Let's see here. Yeah, the 21 shares is pretty good. Let's see. Who else do we got? You guys are chatting it up today, man. Long-term holders should get a way better tax break. I know, right? I'm hoping that we don't get. I just hoping that maybe at some point we don't get hit on long-term capital gains, right? That would be cool. As if like maybe long-term capital gains was like, to where you didn't have to pay any long-term capital gains. Like if you held it up for over a year, that would be pretty awesome. I know short-term people would probably not like that, but overall, everyone that's out there trying to kill the markets, out there talking about the negativity in the markets, just realize that sentiment in the crypto space is improving based off of last month. And so, last month could have been the bottom for a little bit here. I'm a short-term bearish, but long-term giga bullish. Hell yeah, Kenny. Everyone should buy a lot of silver. Yeah, let's talk about some silver stuff here. We'll look at it here in a minute, but this is what I was trying to show you guys, is that we're in such extreme oversold levels. It's crazy, dude. Last time we were at these oversold levels, you can see where we hit. Every time, dating all the way back to 2022, anytime that we hit massive oversold levels, what happened after? And again, it takes a little bit to get there. It could take a month, dude. It could take a month. It could take 6 weeks for us to actually get out of the lull that we're in right here. You go back over here and look at these dates right here. This probably took almost a month and a half to get out of this, maybe even more, maybe almost 2 months to get out of this, almost 2 months to get out of this. Same with here, two or a little bit more. And so every time we see this, that we hit these levels of oversold territory, we bounce back nicely and hit all-time highs. So again, something to look at. Every time we hit these levels, we will bounce back, but there will be some more. I think that we'll have some more ups and downs here in the next. We still have roughly 3 weeks here in December. We probably have a month. We probably have another. We're probably 2 months in before we start to really get out of where we're at. And you got to think when we get into the next bullish territory or the next run, that's about a 2-3 month run as well. So at the end of it, Q1, Q2 is a pretty big. They're going to be a pretty big month, I think, based off of everything that we're kind of lining up here. I've played this chart out before. This is the bear market seasonality. We are hitting levels, and look at this, dude. You can see December, January, February. This is exactly what we're seeing here. Go back to the chart I just showed you. We're talking 2 months. We're talking 2 months, right? December. This is November, December, January. November into December, and then January. So we're talking 2 months, and then probably here in January, at some point in January, we'll start to rally back out of it. But again, go back and look at this chart right here, right? You can see this is about a 2 month window. Every time we hit these oversold areas, we rally back out of it. And then you look at the seasonality right here, and it's lining up almost perfectly with the previous 2022, 2023 bear cycle. So, when things start to correlate like that and start to actually sit on top, it actually makes sense. So it's just nice to see that things are starting to like overlap with each other, and it's very positive. I'm thinking Q1, Q2 pump and correction, then slightly pump in Q3. Yeah, Q1 and Q2 are kind of what we're that's kind of what I'm living for, is Q1, Q2 for sure. Midterm, they got to win the midterms if they're going to hold the house here. But this is what I was trying to tell you guys. The short-term Bitcoin holders are sitting in real pain. With many trading below their cost basis. This is kind of what's crazy, is people are actually selling. They're harvesting their taxes, right? I don't blame them. Sometimes you got to do some harvesting. And Coinbase actually encourages you, which is kind of crazy. If you go into the Coinbase app, which I thought was kind of wild, I saw that today. I was in there looking at the taxes side of it, and it's kind of crazy that they actually encourage you. I find it that they're encouraging you to, if you click on the tax section of it, you go over to the little 3 dashes on your phone, and you go down, and you'll see the taxes, which you're going to have to do the taxes down there and view your documents. But when you're actually going and looking at the tax side of it, it's just weird to me that they're encouraging you to take some tax losses. I just thought that was kind of weird. But hey, man, it gives people don't even know what crypto what tax harvesting is. So, take it if you need to. But for midterms, I think we should just plan for 2028. You think so? They're not encouraging you to make a trade. They're just encouraging you. They're showing you your number of like how much you could save if you like sold certain positions. So they'll say, okay, you're down. Let's just say that like you're down on let's just say you're down on Chainlink, okay? And let's just say you're $5,000 down on Chainlink. They'll be like, hey, if you sell your Chainlink because you're down, you could actually save yourself 5,000. They'll like do things like that, or like, and again, it doesn't always work out like that. So it's just crazy that they actually bring that stuff up. But you know, everyone does it. Coin Tracker does it too. I'm just thinking it's weird that the exchanges. I saw the exchange do that this year, and I was like, damn. So let's get into the silver, dude. So let's get into the silver and gold. This is actually, and what's cool about this and how this correlates to Bitcoin is, I've showed this before, is that anytime that like we have precious metals like gold or silver rally like this, we tend to have a really good Bitcoin season thereafter. Yeah, I love you. My mom's here for to hang out for a couple nights, so she's going to get her nails did. And what's crazy about it is like, so silver and gold, they we tend to track right after they hit all-time highs, most likely. And it's crazy to see that silver has just flipped Bitcoin has just flipped Microsoft for fifth in terms of total market cap at 3.6. Gold continues to rally upward, which is nice to see. And as you can see right here, every time gold rally, it ends with a Bitcoin super cycle here. And it's kind of crazy. You go all the way back to 2016 over here, and we had gold, right? Gold hitting their all-time highs. And then what happened right after? Bitcoin followed, dude. And it's just kind of crazy. Money flows into Bitcoin. So this is gold right here. Here's gold. The gold is the yellow. Bitcoin's the orange. Just to give you guys, this is Bitcoin right here, and this is gold right here. So you can see that anytime that we actually rally, we start to rally into a massive pump here for Bitcoin. You're seeing it right now back in 2020, back in 2016, and here we are. Look at gold is hitting record numbers. I mean, like insane, and we haven't really had that pump yet from this time. So what does that mean for Bitcoin? I mean, is that we should have a nice rally from this. Like that's basically what it's saying, dude. Hey, bro, when will you buy back in? When would I buy back in? Well, I mean, like I do leverage trading. I mean, I probably buy back. I mean, like the leveraging right now. I mean, the chances of buying today, to be honest with you, and I know I'm going a little off topic here. I mean, we're on the verge of like potentially. I mean, you had a nice little 3-hour rally right here. 4 hours, obviously resetting right now. 4 hour doesn't lie. 12 hours working its way down. This is the only thing that's catching me off right now is the day charts at the top up here. It's going to come down and reset. This is Bitcoin, by the way. It's going to come down and reset. So, I'm kind of hesitant on the Bitcoin side, but we'll look at some of the other charting on when I'm going to jump back in for some leverage trades. But you can see right here, I don't think anyone's prepared for this. You have the M2 global liquidity, or the global money to supply that's going up right here, right? And you got gold that is peaking. And this is like one of the first times where when these things happen, Bitcoin hasn't followed. But it will. Eventually it will. You can see right here, it will catch up. It takes a while. Even when this was at its all-time high, look at that, dude. This was back in April. Gold peaked at a height up here, but Bitcoin peaked at a low, right? And then now we're starting to come back up here. Now we're going to probably follow back into this and rally back up to the top. So anytime you look at this, it's kind of a crazy chart, but it's nice to see. Austin, can we leverage XCL? I don't think so. I don't think it's on a. I mean, I guess you can maybe leverage it on MEXC. So of course they want you to sell. They want those fees, 100%, dude. Austin, a Christmas silver giveaway. Oh yeah, I talked about doing some. Giveaways. I haven't done a giveaway on the channel in a really, really long time. And I was like, you know what? Someone brought it up in Discord, and I was like, you know what, dude? Like, maybe I will do a couple giveaways. Maybe do like some ETH. We would do some like ETH giveaways just for 18 people, just for some 18 members for like Christmas. I've never done it before, and I was like, you know what, dude? Like, because I made a big trade yesterday. That's what started it. I forgot. Obviously, I hit pretty big on my leverage trade yesterday. Made like $1,500 or whatever it was, or maybe it was like a little bit less than that. But and someone's like, hey, you should do like a giveaway, and I was like, you're right, dude. I haven't done one in a while. Maybe I'm feeling into the Christmas spirit of giving back to my 18 members here. So it's purposely being suppressed. Sometimes it feels like it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it feels like that. Just sold all my physical silver, too heavy. I got sick of lugging it around. Dude, that's crazy. I actually had like gold. If you're buying and just holding crypto, do you have any tax liability? No, Aaron, you don't have any tax. It's only when you sell. It's only when you sell or convert. So yeah, you should be good. If you're just holding, you're good, dude. Marty, you can on KC. Oh, you can short it and stuff over there. Gotcha. I didn't know that. I'll never sell my silver. Keep it until the world goes to shit. 18 giveaway month. Yeah, I was like, hey, maybe I should do that. Would be really nice if you do a giveaway. That would be a cool thanks in advance. Yeah, I was thinking about doing I was thinking about doing I don't know if this I forgot I haven't done one in a while, but I had a StreamYard picker. Let's see here. StreamYard. I think StreamYard still has a picker. StreamYard. I wonder if they still got the picker. Oops. I haven't done one in a while. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done a StreamYard picker. Oh yeah, they do have a giveaway tool here. I'll see if I haven't done it in a while. I might have to watch the tutorial. They changed it up a little bit here, so I might have to figure out how to do it. It's been a while to do the StreamYard picker thing, so I'll have to figure it out. Yeah, it's been a while, so I'll figure it out, and we'll start. Maybe if I do one, I'll do one like next week or something like that, and we can maybe do it somewhere over there or something like that. So remember, going to your Bitcoin based tax and mark what transactions were sent to yourself. Otherwise, they count as gains. Yeah, definitely be careful with that. Um, yeah, here. Let's see here. I have a couple sets of vintage sterling flatware. I might sell one of them. Oh, damn. Yeah, so you can see. Obviously, precious metals are doing really well. But like I said, Bitcoin tends to rally out of it significantly. So that there's another thing lining up in terms of just indicators alone. So that's always a positive, right? Hope silver doesn't tank and consolidate for 20 years again. I know, right? Fair value, Gary. I know, right? That's actually pretty crazy when you think about it like that. It's smart through offsetting cap gains. Yeah, it can be smart to offset it, but I'm not going to sell my crypto to offset it. Like I just wouldn't do it. I have no desire to sell my Bitcoin, my Ethereum. Like, I'm not going to do it. There's just no way. You should try trading stock options with my team. We trade live. Yeah, I'm not doing stock options, bro. I have a couple. Is anybody else putting their Christmas bonus in Descent? This chart right here, I actually want to show you, dude. The views haven't changed here. I'm looking at 1 month chart. Everything else lives day to day. But you can see every time that we hit these negative, look at this, negative 34.11. I played this out on the chart multiple times, right? We can go back and actually look at the chart here. I played this out multiple times of showing these levels and where we've hit on these levels. And you can see every time that we've hit these levels here, and this actually has gone down since I last did this one, 36%, right? We'll zoom out on that a little bit. And every time we've hit these levels, we've actually been at the bottom of the RSIs, right? On the weekly. So let's go to the weekly here. And you can see every time that we actually go to the bottom here, we are at the bottoms on the RSI. So this is like prime time opportunity. And again, it could take a couple weeks. Like this one right here could take a couple weeks before we start to rally out of this. It took roughly, let's actually take a look at this again. It's kind of crazy that right there, that doji candle right there, that's kind of crazy. But you can see, we hit the bottom here and bounced back. We hit the bottom here, and it took us 1 to 3 weeks before we started to rally back out of it. This one, we hit the bottom here, and it took that 1 week to start rallying to the top here. Right now, we hit the bottom, and we're roughly 1, 2, and then we're going to see how this next week goes. And it's pretty flat. This next week is another doji candle right now. The last one was that's a dragonfly for all purposes at this point. That's a really big doji candle on the week leg. That's rare. We don't really see a lot of those. Last time we saw a doji over here we had a nice little rally. Where's another? Do we have another green doji candle? We don't get those very often. But last time we did, which was right here, we had a massive rally into the green for that next week. So the week's not over. Do we still have 3 days, 6 hours? Everything's kind of lining up already. The day chart's going to come down here. We have roughly about, and this is just Bitcoin. We have roughly what, 5 days. What is it? 5 days? Or no, we have I don't know when the day chart's 5 days roughly. The weekly, we have 3 days. The day, we have 5 hours left on the daily. So we'll start to come down here on the daily. 12 hours already coming down here. 4 hours at the bottom. This is a good sign, right? This is actually a good sign that we might have hit the bottom, right? Anytime the 4 hour lingers around here, and we roughly stay down here for that's 3 days. 3 days at the bottom. So roughly anywhere from about 3 days, 2.5 to 3 days, we stay at the bottom. We got down here yesterday, So we started down here yesterday, which is we started down here on the 4 hour for Bitcoin on Thursday, which is I guess today, this morning. So we could be down here until Sunday, dude. Sunday we could have a rally out of this. But I mean, that's kind of like when you're looking at it, just basic. I mean, it could be maybe where it's at, but the weekly still at the end of this whole thing is lined up to be a really, really good looking weekly here. Like we're going to bounce back, going back to what I just showed you here on this right here. I mean, anytime we have these, we bounce back nicely. It's very in front of us there. Grok and I work hard. I create my own Sentinel to trade the crypto markets, and it runs 24/7 and works pretty well so far. Did you really, dude? That's pretty badass, Jordan. I'll give you that. Austin, what was that Arcam site you were saying we should check in the morning? Oh yeah, it's just Arcam. It's the Intel platform right here. Just Arcam. You just type in Arcam, and then you can just go search have anyone's wall. Like you see BlackRock, you can see what they're doing. I mean, they're buying right now. Look how much they're buying of Bitcoin. I mean, they're buying a shit ton of Bitcoin right now, which means it tells me that like we're going to probably start to rally here soon. I mean, they bought a lot of Bitcoin. You can even go Grayscale. You can see who's buying and who's selling. You can see what Binance is doing. I mean, like you can see what a lot of these things are doing out here. Not really doing a whole lot. But yeah, I think Arcam, you can type in anyone. You can type in MicroStrategies. You can type in Satoshi. People look at Satoshi every day and see what they're doing. So there's just a lot of these things, dude. But Arcam, dude, Arcam's like your friend. That's like one of your best friends, dude. If you can use Arcam, dude. For basically anything. So what I want to show here is the business cycle. So people think Bitcoin runs on the halving cycle. That is wrong. It runs on liquidity, politics, and the U.S. business cycle, which hasn't even started yet. 2026 is where the fireworks start. Quantitative tightening ending. You got the U.S. midterm election, booming economy and stock markets for re-election purposes. May 2026 Fed chair will be replaced with a pro-Trump and obviously a chairperson who's going to really be focusing on quantitative easing. So there's a lot of things here with the business cycle. You can go through all the years from 2008, 2016, 2020, and then look now, dude. We've even fallen below the 50% level here, which you can see the index levels for the business cycle. And so you don't have to listen to me. Like I'm just showing you the data. But again, we go back to our banana hammock guy here and good old Raul. And he makes, I played this video. I guess I probably played this video. I don't know exactly when I played it. Let me share my Chrome tab here. My little Chrome window here. He makes a valid point. So I want you guys to listen to this because again, it's based off of the business cycles, not necessarily the halving. Although the last 3 halvings have made it look like a 4-year cycle, but let's listen in and you guys can make your determination after you hear what he says here. Okay.
Are driven by the business cycle. So with the business cycle currently low, we haven't had alt season. And everyone's like, I can't believe they've robbed us of alt season. It's never going to happen. There's too many tokens. We can't have nice things and all of that bullshit we hear all day. It's not. It's just the economy's stupid because what happens is when earnings go up, when the business cycle is strong, you have more earnings and you invest those earnings further out the risk curve. It's just really basic stuff. It happens for exactly the same as small caps, exactly the same with junk bonds, credit. They all operate in exactly the same way, and the business cycle has been subdued. Listen to Scott Bessent. He's telling you all day, as is Trump, is we're going to have a banner year next year. Why? Because they're going to jam the market with liquidity, and they're going to jam fiscal stimulus through as well. Yeah, if you think about it, the US is a service-based economy. They're going to get rid of tax on tips. That's a huge boost to people. There's like $1.5 trillion that will flow into the banking system just from that stuff alone, from the big, beautiful bill. Then we've got the changes to the SLR that allows maybe $3 or $4 trillion of credit creation from the banking system. We've got enormous amounts of this stuff lining up. Why? Because they wanted to win the election. The good thing is, for once, we've actually got a macro hedge fund manager running the treasury. So I know how he thinks. He was a long-term global macro investor subscriber. I've known him for 20 years, and he understands the game, which is jam the business cycle going into the elections. So we've got that. We've got the debt to roll. It's kind of stacking up, and it tells you your beloved or our beloved alt season is still to come.
So, I mean, you take it for what it is, dude. I mean, like I said, you have a guy here. You have a hedge fund manager that's running the economy right now. You don't think, like I said, you don't think that he knows what he's doing. You don't think he's going to jam this down the the business cycle I mean, like, this is what's crazy about it, is that people are out here, they're fear mongering everyone out here and making them think like this is like we're crashing down. It's going to be this massive bear market and all this crazy stuff. But like, if you actually just go back and just take a step back and listen to what people are actually saying, and then look at where the charts are, and not just be so hyper focused on the daily, you'll start to see like this actually is making sense. This actually is lining up to be perfect. And yeah, I'm saying we're not cooked. I've been saying we're not cooked for a long time, dude. You know, originally what it came down to was when we were going through the cycles, I was like, yeah, October might be our height. But then a lot of things change, right? The economists out here were basically saying, hey, no, we're going to extend this into 2026. And then my father, who's obviously, you know, an economist and teaches and does all that stuff, he even came back and was like, no, dude, like 2025 is going to be a soft 2025. We're going to probably go down. He said it live on stream. And he said in 2026 is when the business cycle kicks in. We're going to see the big, beautiful bill get in. We're going to see people start spending. We're going to see money start flowing. And that's what everyone's saying, dude. Like, everyone's saying that. And so, yeah, I think that we're just lining up perfectly for what's going to happen here. You're already on the train. We were just waiting for the conductor to start the engines. Absolutely, dude. That's kind of how I look at it, dude. Would it be smart to buy a whole BTC for 89K and sell above 91 for a couple 100,000? I mean, I don't know. That's not how I trade. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're going to buy, I mean, yeah, you obviously want to sell it for a higher price. But I mean, yeah, you could play that game, K, if you want. I mean, that's up to you. We are not cooked, and we are medium rare. We're medium rare right now. Absolutely, dude. You know, and I go back and it's funny. I look at this. Here's the alt season, right? I mean, we're just talking about this. This alt season is perfect replica of 2016 and 17. Trump was in office. Things were going crazy, trying to win midterms. It's lining up almost identical, dude. Almost identical. And we haven't even had it. And this is what's crazy. This is everything this is excluding Bitcoin on this chart, right? So it's everything excluding that. But it's just taking longer. We had the crash over here, which we rallied out of. And now we've had this massive bear run. But at the end of this whole thing, we are starting to form a wedge here. And towards the end of this wedge, we're going to break out of this wedge. I mean, it's obviously looking nice. It's just taking longer. Like, look at the slope on this, right? It's a very flat slope compared to these, which were a little bit stronger slopes. So overall, this is actually going to be a nice little breakout that we have here. So I don't know, man. You take it for what it is. But going back to your question there, Kay, about whether you should buy Bitcoin, just realize that even if you bought one BTC at the top of every cycle, you'd turn roughly $90,000 into $490,000 as of today. So, like, regardless of what the hell is happening with all these cycles, the answer is to just buy and hold. I mean, just buy and hold and just wait your cycles out. Some people don't have that time, nor do some people have the patience to wait for that. But I mean, that's kind of what it is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to kind of wait it out a little bit. And unfortunately, that's what's going on here. Is that you have to, wait it out. So yeah, kind of a wild thing, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Yeah. Austin, hold up. I got it. A Cardano giveaway. A Cardano giveaway. Hell no, bro. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't know about a Cardano giveaway, dude. But let's jump into it here. Let's talk about some of the levels here, because I was looking at this morning on where exactly I wanted to buy on this. So you can see right here, week was at the bottom, really good from a long-term standpoint. Your audio is cutting in and out. Is it cutting in and out again? You know what it probably was is it cutting out again? Let's just do that. See if that helps. All right, my bad, dude. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I had to shut some things down. Maybe there's some things running in the backgrounds that kind of bog it down. It's fine on my end. Okay, cool. So let's go back over here, because you can see right here, this is the XRP. Obviously, we trade heavily with XRP. Yesterday I think I made some pretty good money off of BTC, leverage trading this. And I probably should have shorted it after I sold it, but I just didn't get into the shorting of it. But you can see right here, weekly is still looking really good. The daily on the XRP is coming down, and this is actually looking pretty good. So this is what we want. We want this to come back down, and this will reset. And again, we just hit a fair value gap right here. Literally right in if you actually pull this back, it's right in the golden pocket between the 618 and between the 618 and the 65 on the fib right here, where we just hit the golden pocket today. And we're going to probably come down and we'll probably fill this entire fair value gap. There's a fair value gap in there as well. If you can't see that, there's a nice little fair value gap sitting right here between roughly 202 and 196. And I think that we're going to probably come down and settle somewhere in here in the next day. I want this to actually come down here in about 5 hours and 24 minutes. We're going to probably come down here and have another little bit of a downturn on this, probably come down to roughly about 20. Hopefully we maybe hit close to 25, maybe 20. And then probably into the next day, which will be a Friday, usually tends to be not good days. And then we roll right into Saturday, which seems to be like where we have a nice little bounce back. We can go back over here and look. I mean, you can see right here, this is Saturday. Look at that, dude. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then we come here, and this is Sunday right now. We buy out a Sunday. We rallied up here, and now we're rolling right into the same thing here. If you go back over here, we had the same thing, right? This is Friday. This is Saturday, and then this is Sunday, Monday right here. We had the same exact thing. Every time we have a green upturn, it's been on Sunday, Monday again. The cycle is back to Sunday, Monday. We're seeing that happen here again. And so I'm thinking that tomorrow is going to be probably a red day. We're going to probably settle down here. I'm going to wait for this day chart to come down. The 12 hours, obviously on its way down. It's already almost to the bottom at 8.7. We got our 4 hour already at the bottom here. It's priming ourselves perfectly. And so, again, you could buy, if you want to, you could buy right now. And if you don't want to wait for the bottom, you could leverage right now. Again, if you're doing like a 100x leverage or a 500x leverage, you got small percentages of being able to make money off that, right? So people are trying to buy the bottoms as much as they possibly can. But if like you're doing a 10x or a 15x leverage or maybe even a 20x leverage, you can get away with 10 cents difference. Right now, if you put let's just say we did a 20x leverage, which is a lot. That's extreme, but let's just say for fun, for shits and giggles here. And we want to put $10,000 in. Actually, let's do a $20,000. We'll buy $20,000 worth of XRP. We'll have a 20x leverage on that. The liquidation's 191. So you're putting a lot of money on the line. So the liquidations is 191. Let's go back and look and see where this could go. 191 is roughly down here. Actually, a little lower than that. 191 would put you all the way down at this low down here, which happened back on November 21st. Personally, I don't think that 191 is pretty far away. You can see there's a fair value gap right here on the 4 hour, but that's what you're risking, right? If you go to a 10x, you get a little bit more, or maybe even a 15. Let's just move to a 15 and see where we're at for a 15. We'll go 15 here, and that puts us at roughly about 188. So, that's probably a lot more comfortable for me. 188 means that we would have to go almost down to the levels of where we hit back in our major liquidation event over here in November. So, I'll probably feel a little bit better about that. But if you're like, okay, I don't have that much risk appetite. Let's go to 10x leverage here. You're going to be at roughly 181. So 181 being the bottom of this. This was 182. So you're probably going, okay, I don't think we're going to actually create a lower low here. So I'm going to do a 10x leverage, which at this point would be about $2,000, right? You're putting about $20,000. It would be about $2,000 on margin, and you'd have a 10x leverage and see where it goes. But at that point, you probably feel comfortable like, hey, we're probably not going to create a new low because we know that the weekly's at the bottom, right? Weekly's already hit out the bottom here. The day chart's working its way down, but I wouldn't do it now. I'd probably wait for the day chart to come back down a little bit. 12 hours on its way down. What we want for clean across the board here is we want this day chart to come back down and hit right around this 20 marker here and actually reset. You can see over here, every time that we did this, it did happen where we came down here and reset. We typically never bounce back halfway through this. Very rarely. We'll do something like this where we bounce back. This could happen, right? Where like we start to come down. But unfortunately, we haven't fully reset. So I don't think that's happening because usually we get a full reset before we have little bounce backs like that. So I think the day chart's going to come down a little bit further on XRP. That's just my personal opinion. So that's again, we all have our own views on where this is going to go, but I'll probably hold off for tomorrow and then go in there. If I can't trade, can you buy and hold? I don't know about that. I have a 15x leverage liquidation at 187. I think that's fair. I think it's actually a fair number, dude. I don't think that's bad at all. To be honest with you, I think that's actually pretty bad. I do my own research. I stop and, oh my God, F Joe. XCL giveaway is the obvious choice. XCL. Austin, your audio. Oh, sorry, I already read that. This is the weirdest slot machine tutorial I've ever seen. Hey, man, it can be like a slot machine. It'll spike down to 180.9 for a split second and wreck every short. It probably will. And I mean, look at shorts right now. Shorts are, let's take a look, because right now, longs are getting absolutely destroyed, which I told you, look at the ratios. And you can see the ratios are actually flattening out. Right here, you can start to see the shorts are starting to get obliterated here, but they're starting to flatten out over the 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour. When it starts to even out, where it's like 30 million for longs, 30 million for shorts, you come over here to the 12 hour and it's like 60 million for shorts and 60 million for longs. Like these start to like level out. It's going to break at that point. Most likely if the indicators are already at the bottom, these indicators are at the bottom and we're starting to see the shorts get flattened out right here, we're going to probably rally. So again, something else to look at when you're trying to decide when you're going to jump in here. Austin, I'll give you 1,000. You turn it into 1 million. You can keep 2,000. You prefer spot or trade? I prefer spot leverage, Tarek. I don't really care for buying contracts and stuff like that, like what Coinbase does. I'm not a big fan of that. I used to do it. I did it for a long time. This is a manipulation. People just losing trust in crypto. Maybe. I mean, I think that, the stock market, it's everything. I mean, people are losing trust in a lot of things. People are talking about the AI bubble, and now, you see massive sells in AI stock because people are freaked out over the AI bubble that people are talking about. You know what I mean? So yeah, but right here, Besson proposed major overhaul of regulatory body created from financial crisis. Like, I think that's great. I mean, that's going to reduce your chances of massive bubbles. So I bought your trading course for $8.99 3 weeks ago, and it never came. You're funny, dude. Like, I don't know how to trade with leverage. It's very easy, Tarek. It's actually, I actually have a link if you come over to the YouTube side, I have links down in my description box that you can click on the link. And by the way, BTC is giving a massive giveaway here on stream this month for anyone that actually is part of the A team and is trading on BTCC. You have an opportunity. Whoever trades the most has an opportunity to get $500 each. Right, it goes to the top two traders. You can see that, which is pretty crazy that they're giving that right here. Giving away $1,000, dude. Trade anything, crypto, stocks, FX, or commodities. 2 winners. Competition is from December 5th all the way to 31st, and all it is based off of trading volume. And whoever has the most trading volume obviously has a chance to split. And we paid out 3 people last week. Again, BTCC gave a giveaway out here, which was awesome, and 3 people walked away. I think, like I said, I think Jen Deb. I think Deb was the only one that actually said that. I think she was one of the wallets. So that was pretty cool, dude. Glad you're back on TikTok. Oh, yeah, dude. It's been fun to get back on TikTok side. This is my first year in crypto, mainly XRP. What a ride it's been. Yeah, it's been quite a ride, dude. Dream Chaser, what's up, bud? I stand with my statement. Phoenix will be the next Pengu. I love it, dude. I love it. But basically what I'm telling you is that I'm probably going to sit this. I'm probably going to wait a little bit to wait for the daily to come back down on XRP. Let's take a look at HBAR. HBAR is another one, the little trend here. You can see the day chart's trending the exact same way as XRP, almost to a T. It's trending the same way. I want the 12-hour to come back down and dip below the 20% before I buy back into HBAR. You can see right here, last time this dipped down below, we did really well. We bounced out of it. We want this reset to happen here, and I'm hoping that we actually do that. You can see right here, this was actually last Thursday, Friday into Sunday, right? This was that massive rally into it. So but we had a reset coming out of this. Usually, like I said, we tend to go back down and reset here. The daily, let's go to the 4 hour. 4 is at the bottom here. So 4 hours actually looking pretty good. And this could actually rally. I hope that we stay down here for a couple, probably another 24 to 48 hours. We stay at the bottom here for the 4 hour. And then we come back up and it gives us a nice little clean indication that we can come fill these gaps up right here. Maybe get back up to 13.5. That'd be a nice little return. If you're able to get in right now or get in, and it goes up to roughly a 4% increase on some leverage, you can make some pretty good money off that one. I never trade HBAR. That chart pisses me off. Let's take a look at Solana. So Solana's in a little bit of a different boat here. You can see that the 12 hours kind of trying to figure itself out here. And the day chart obviously up here, still trending upward. Weekly's at the bottom. 1 hour's right here. The Solana chart always gets me, so I don't really touch the Solana chart, but Ethereum is another one of these where look at the hours up at the top, the 4 hours at the bottom right now, and Ethereum's ripping right now. Just to let you guys know, the stock markets are kind of ripping right now, or the crypto market's starting to make a little bit of a comeback here in the last hour. Look at that, Bitcoin's up about 0.26. You can see, about 0.118. I mean, 1% up in the last hour. Literally, last hour. You have Ethereum coming back up here to 32, and the XRP is back to 201 at the from the time of this filming right now. But I mean, again, indicators are telling me that we might have a little run, but we're gonna probably come back down. We filled this little fair value gap here. Hopefully, we stay around this level and then make the next leg up. But 12 hours sort of coming down, 4 hours at the bottom. The day chart's sitting up here. It's been sitting up here for a while. Usually, we'd only sit up here for a little bit. It's been sitting up here since November. We've been sitting up at the top since November. So, I mean, it's pretty crazy to see since November 24th, right around Thanksgiving, we've been sitting at the top up here. So we've been up at the top for almost 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks now. So I mean, this will eventually come back down on the daily, and when it comes back down, we'll have a little bit of a sell-off and then maybe a nice little rally back up. That's kind of what we want. Romeo, thanks for being here for 4 months, dude. Seems like we've been here for 4 years. I know it is crazy, dude. 1 year in crypto feels like 10 years altogether. You're talking about doing a 10x leverage with 20,000 with XRP. What you means is you can make 2K. How much could you lose though? The good thing is that if you did that, it's a good question. So if I did 2,000 on this, right? You'd want to put a stop loss in, Jamin. So like if I went through with this purchase, it's a matter of how much you're willing to lose. If say I'm willing to lose, let's just say I'm willing to lose $500 in the trade. Okay. I'm going to go put a stop loss to where I lose, I wouldn't want the trade to go less than 2% down, right? If it goes down more than 2%, it's going to hit my stop loss and I'm going to lose $500 on the deal. So so then I'll be down to $1,500. But that's the risk you're taking, you know what I mean? So that's why you're trying to time the bottoms in some way, some fashion, so that you can actually, get a good little return on this. So I think it's important that you set your stop losses. Like, don't forget that. But you would lose if it's isolated, which I only do isolated on margins. I'll only lose what I'm willing to put in. You could lose a lot more. But when it comes to isolated, you're only going to lose. Like if I put 2,000 in, I'm putting 2,000 on the line. And if it gets liquidated, at 2,000. It just stops there. But, it's important to put your stop losses in. Like, I don't ever just try to get liquidated. Like, no. Like, I'm not going to just put 1,000 on the line and then get fully liquidated at 1,000. Like, I'm willing to say, hey, you know what? If we go, I might go 4%. 4% might be like my max. Where if it goes below 4%, dude, I'm just going to cut my losses and try to buy back in, dude. Like, that's kind of how I look at it, dude. Can isolated be traded on BTC? Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's right here. You can see right here on my screen. Yeah, it's isolated right here. So you can do isolated or cross. Cross, you put your whole portfolio on the line. If you do isolated, you're only putting what you're willing to put in here. So if I put $1,000 in, I'm only putting 1,000 on the line. So that's why isolated is so nice. It's a risk management standpoint, right? You guys know I'm a risk manager, so like I will obviously lean more towards the less riskier side of things than the more riskier side. Even though I'm in a risky asset, you're still going to try to reduce your risk on it. And isolated is one of those where you'll reduce your risk. So yeah, Landon, you can definitely click the link I have in my description box, or it's actually in my chat section right there. And if you haven't ever done this before, there's a whole demo mode, dude. You can go over here and you can do a demo mode on this as well. It's super cool to do. You can just go over and trade on a demo side. If you don't want to, like, if you're afraid you've never done it before, they give you like $100,000 of free money, and you go on the demo side and you can like learn how to do it. A lot of people did that and have been successful. A lot of people are but again, this is like, these are trading, you're trading, you're spot trading, dude. You don't know what can happen here. What do I think of near? I don't know. It's okay. It's okay, right? Let's see. Someone said that Acceler is doing pretty good right now. Yeah, yesterday it was pretty crazy. I saw that Acceler was up pretty good. Yeah, back almost to 4, dude. Acceler was doing really well yesterday. It's still doing well. Acceler's killing it right now. Yeah, it's down about 5.26% right now. But I mean, yesterday it rallied pretty nicely. It was up pretty good. I was like, damn, all right. We were up roughly, I think it went up like roughly 20, almost 30, 42%. right? 42%. It's been up 42% since December 1st. So yeah, 42% is pretty good. I was looking at my wallet this morning to see where I was at. And yeah, I think I was up to, oh, that's the wrong one here. Here we go, count 4. Yeah, I'm up about roughly, yeah, 81,000 right now for Exceller, up 81,000. So I'm up roughly what, $60,000 up on Exceller right now, which is pretty damn good. And I think a lot of this has to do with Sentinel. I mean, Sentinel is obviously killing it right now. It's crushing it. The Sentinel presale is doing freaking crazy numbers right now. I think I looked at it today. This morning I woke up. Yeah, 1.674 million, almost to 1.7 million raised on this. You can see that roughly $20,000 is going to go to the XCL burn. Almost 34,000 going to Sentinel burn, and roughly about 13,500 going to holders. Crazy, dude. Like, I think this is gonna get wild, dude. Might node deployment will be at 2 million sold instead of 3 million tokens sold. Is that what they said? Did they come out and say that? Is that what it said? Does it say 2 billion now? Oh crap, it does, dude, right here. So development commences, so 2 million pre-sales. So development timeline 2 to 3 months to fully integrate. So it's going to take 2-3 months to fully integrate it, but if 2 million's pre-sale sold, they'll be launching. So damn, all right. That's pretty cool. See, you guys know more than I do, dude. I told my antibiotic seller the day before it started pumping from 3 million to 4 million. I hope she at least looked. Are you thinking that Sentinel might do as well as XCL pre-sale? It's tough to say. I mean, pre-sales, like I told everyone here last time on these pre-sales, is that, a lot of pre-sales bust, right? A lot of pre-sales bust. It's all a matter of the community that wants to hold it and be a part of it. And the great thing about Exceller is that it has a massive community, strong community of people who are here holding the project, supporting the project, and like that's what you want in a project. And so, in order for a project to do the numbers that Exceller did, people have to hold. There has to be a community of people that are willing to see the project prosper, and that's exactly what's happened. But I mean, I will say that trading digital assets do involve risk, and past performance does not guarantee any future result. So I truly believe that, and that's written on the Sentinel website. That's the best thing they could have probably came out and said, is because I know people are out there, they're probably projecting that like, hey, this could be a 35x, just like what Exceller did, but you don't know what they're going to do, dude. And I couldn't sit here and say with a straight face what Sentinel's going to do. It's you put up 60K, why not sell that? That's crazy. I put up 20K, dude. I put up 20K Eagles. I'm up 60K. Yeah, you up 60K, why not sell? Well, there's a few reasons I won't sell. I think that Exceller actually has a good chance to do really well in this space on the long term side of it. I mean, it's only been out for 2 months in terms of a project. Like again, like I want to see it do more than that. I think Sentinel is going to contribute massively to Exceller. I think it's going to actually raise the game of Exceller based off of what Sentinel's trying to do. So and then Sentinel itself has an opportunity to, who knows what's going to happen. Just go read up on it, what Exceller is and what it can do. And I think that it actually is intriguing. So yeah, I think I can make more than 60K. I mean, my original, dude, I don't know if you were here, Z-Goals, but I mean, my original purchase went from 20K to $850,000. Exceller went from, I literally bought it for 20,000 on the pre-sale. It went up to $850,000. I showed that on screen here. And people were like, dude, you should sell. And I couldn't do it because number one, a lot of people here on the A team, got into the pre-sale, and I'm not going to go sell my position on top of people. Like that's messed up. I'm not going to do that. Maybe other content creators or people talking about crypto and all that kind of stuff would do it, but I can't do that, dude. That'd be crazy. I'll wait for it to get on exchanges and wait for it to build its protocols and do what it needs to do. And at that point, when it gets onto like a Coinbase or Binance, if it ever does, or maybe a large exchange like a what's another one out there, like a Big Get or any of those things, maybe at that point, maybe I'll look at offloading some liquidity onto the exchanges, but not on the DEX side, dude. You'll just obliterate the chart, and plus you're not going to get all. You couldn't even sell it. There wasn't enough liquidity to even sell it. The price impact would be insane, dude. We're seeing rookie numbers because only one core is configured at the moment. They'll release the swarm 1 week after pre-sale. That'd be crazy, right? That's why Austin's one of the realest dudes. He sat on that much money in XCL and held the community. Yeah, I mean it's a lot of money, dude. Right? You're looking at it. It was crazy to show $840,000 or $850,000 on stream, right? Austin, on my opinion, on Plume at 2 cents. I don't know anything about Plume, Rich. Cashed out at 29K. A lot of people made money, man. A lot of people made money off the pre-sales, dude. And people are going to do the same thing here. Some people are going to hold, some people are not. Who knows where this is going to go, dude? I don't know where it's going to go. Like I've always said, everyone, if you 5x your investment on a pre-sale, you should be super happy. I mean, that's a very rare thing, especially on the Ethereum side, dude. For Acceler to hit a 35x on Ethereum, that's a pretty crazy number. But it just shows you the support of the community behind it. So we'll see what Sentinel can do. This crypto market is extremely frustrating. It is, dude. All the positive news and still dropping. Yeah, I think if people just hold on a little bit longer, I think there's a good opportunity for sure. Did you see soon we can trade Solana shitcoins on Coinbase? Did you see? I did not see that. That's crazy though, dude. Austin was talking 840K. No, don't trust me. Hey, yo, dude, I was like, holy crap, dude, that's a lot of money. But like, I just know the number. I've been in the game. I've been doing this for a long time. Like the numbers, even if I sold, dude, you're not even gonna after price impact and all that kind of stuff. Like that 800,000, maybe you get 350,000, maybe 350,000. And I'm not here in crypto to make 350,000. I'm here in crypto to make millions. Like I think we're all here to make life-changing money. And 350,000 is not life-changing money. 350,000 obliterates an entire chart, obliterates a community of which I'm a part of. Like, why would I do that? That sounds so dumb. And so, like, I would rather continue to build, and get to the levels that it needs to get to. Maybe it takes 2 years, 3 years. Who knows how long it takes? But I would rather look back at it and go, man, yeah, I made it holding this position than just dumping it and making $300,000. Like, I don't care. I mean, like, I know $300,000 is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not. Like, that's crazy to say that. I'm just telling you that's not life-changing money for me. That's just me being honest with you guys, dude. Like, it'd be stupid. It'd be stupid for me to do that. For what? I'm here to make $10 a run. And wait for maybe no taxes on those crypto. Yeah, exactly, right, Griff? I mean, like, let's talk about the taxes, right? And that's not including the taxes. You're right. So not only are you going to turn 800,000 into 350,000, then you're going to go pay 33% tax on it. You're going to get $200,000 at the end of the day. You're going to walk away going, I sold $800,000, got price impacted like a mother, got eaten up, got taxed on it, and at the end of the day, you walk away with $200,000. The chart's obliterated. People are probably pissed off and angry, which is the last thing I'd ever want. I mean, and at that point, you're liquidating the A team. Like, why the hell would I do that? The dumbest thing in the world. It's not worth it. I would never do it. And that's why I couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it. I mean, you guys saw it. I wouldn't do it. So anyone that wants to come in and say that I would do it, like, well, I didn't. You can see I clearly didn't. So that's funny. I appreciate that, Landon. Yeah, I'm dumb. F Joe made a ton of money off it. F Joe made a lot of money off it. I know that. Day trading it. So Hogzilla, I appreciate you, Hogzilla. You willing to see it tank and wait, bro? It's not tanking, dude. I mean, this is coming back. I'm still up. I'm still almost a 5x now on it. You know what I mean? So like everyone's talking about Acceler being bad. I mean, if you got the pre-sale, you're still up at 5x. You're still 500%, dude. Sorry, 400%. Like, that's crazy to me, dude. 400%, even after all the liquidation events, everything going on, dude. Like, it's crazy. I'm glad I did, but should have at 73K. Yeah, I get it, dude. I don't care what your wife says. So how much would it need to be before you liquidate us? I wouldn't I wouldn't do it on the DEX side. I was telling you guys that I would do it on the centralized side. That's why I would want it to get listed on like a Binance or a Coinbase or a top tier exchange, because then you can go trade it on that side versus on the DEX side. Because you come over here, you start taking money on the DEX side of the liquidity, you start to hurt the decentralized side. You want to go take the money from the centralized side. To go take it from the centralized side, go liquidate that side. Don't liquidate the DEX side. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Maybe do tonight. I'll do tonight. So that's where it comes out, dude. All the whistle smoking cigars saying I love it when the plan comes together. It is nice when the plan does come together. I just like how XCL moves with Ethereum. Yeah, it's just pegged to Ethereum, right? So, and the Cent's the same way, dude. Cent's the same way. And I don't know what's gonna happen with Cent, dude. I honestly don't know. But I think what it's planning to do here is exactly where I'm at, dude. Take liquidity from exchanges and institutions without apology and reward the holders. I mean, like, it's basically a bot that's going to go out here and destroy liquidity. Like, sign me up, dude. Like, I think we should be taking from exchanges. I think that we should be doing that shit, dude. Like, without question. No, I appreciate you guys. And I'm not saying it to get like compliments on here. I'm just legitimately being honest with you guys, like where I stand. And I know people out there will laugh and still call me a scammer and all that stuff. Because I talk about crypto. Any creator out here in crypto that talks about it gets called a scammer, gets called a, this and that and all this bullshit. And it's like, okay, it is what it is. I don't care. Like, I mean, I've been doing it for years, and it's just funny because you do, even when you try to do the right thing, you're still called a scammer. So it's just funny to me. Axelar, I haven't heard of that one, dude. The wife quit talking about that magic money and do the damn dishes. Kenny, dude, thanks so much for being here for freaking 11 months, dude. Hell yeah. 11 months flew by. It did, dude. Trust me, it's been up and down. It's been a wild ride, dude. It's been a wild ride. So we'll see how it plays out here in the next couple months, man. But I appreciate you being here for 11 months, dude. And what is that? Callus, thanks so much for becoming a member of the A team. You're officially now a member of the channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely go jump up into that Discord if you are a new member and get in on some of the details of all the A teamers in there talking. Austin, will you buy into Luna Classic? Absolutely not. Did you guys actually see the news came out today with Do Kwon? Did you guys see the news come out with Do Kwon? Man, crazy, dude. Crazy to see the news that came out with Do Kwon this morning. I was kind of cracking up a little bit, but like I mean, I don't know. Some people think that he should not be sentenced, but yeah, he's facing up to roughly, I think it was what it was right here. Do Kwon's facing sentencing. His prosecutors are pushing for 12 years while his lawyers are fighting for a maximum of 5 to include the time that he's already spent. Meaning that if that actually happens, that means that he'll probably be out of jail here in about a year, 2 years. And so basically what it means is that you can go and scam a currency market. You can go scam, hundreds of thousands of people, make them lose billions and billions of dollars, and you might get 5 years. But if he gets 5 years and Sam Bankman-Fried's getting as many as he is, I think that's pretty messed up, dude. I don't think that. Not saying that I agree. I don't think that. I mean, but he's getting right. He's sentencing. He was sentenced to 25 years. So if he only gets 5 years and SBF gets 25 years, make it make sense for me. And they're pushing for. It says right here they're pushing for 12 years. Why would Do Kwon, who scammed a ton of people just as much as FTX did, why would he get 12 years but Sam Bankman-Fried gets 25? Is it too late to buy XCL? I think a lot of people are out there buying XCL right now, dude, because they know what's coming from Sentinel. You got to think Sentinel is actually contributing to XCL. And the more Sentinel burns XCL, the more and all this money that's raised through here from these bots gets pushed through the Fox formula. So this is a fund. This Sentinel is funding the safety protocol, the privacy protocol by pushing all the money through that protocol, and then it's actually going through that protocol, and then it's obviously burning as well. So it's kind of crazy when you look at both of them. So that's why I'm not touching it. That's why I'm going to own both of them. SBF is deep state, but I mean, if he was deep state, they'd get him out of there. Crypto Sage screwed you on XVM. What's XVM? Phil, is XVM the what is XVM? XVM. I don't even know who's Crypto Sage. What's XVM? Oh, it's that Volt thing. Yeah. I talked about it. I talked about this Volt thing. Like I told you guys, dude, the hardest part about these cryptos is that if there's no way for them to make money, they're not gonna work out, unfortunately. So just come to realize that if they can't self-sustain themselves, they will never work out. Period. End of discussion. Like there's like you can't have a project or a product that can't make money and continue to self-sustain. It just will not work. Everything went back to the holders, dude. It all went back through liquidity and then into the project. So yeah, and everything that's generated goes back through it, dude. But that just like think about that when you buy these pre-sales, like the first thing you got to ask is like, how are they going to self-sustain? And if they can't make money, how do you buy them? And Acceler, you kind of think about it like Acceler, they have their protocol, and that protocol with Acceler, obviously, you use their protocol. Let's go to their website here. You use the protocol, and when you use the protocol, you put they collect fees, right? They collect fees from people using the protocol. Obviously, the protocol is still going through its thing. There's a new update coming out, obviously, with it to allow for lower fees, which will allow more people to use it. And so that's a positive, but they're going to force feed it with Sentinel. Sentinel is going to get force fed through Sentinel. So that means that more burns are going to happen. That means that more money is going to come in through liquidity. Again, Taekwondo may have been an asshole, but doubt he purposely scammed just because his project failed. Doubt he wanted to have his project. I would agree, Trent. I don't think it was malicious. I just think that like he just got. Oops, I lost my TikTok side. I forgot that TikTok makes you like make sure that you're still there. Kind of lame that it does that. Doesn't matter if he gets 5, 25, or 50 years. Odds there they'll get a pardon. It could very well could happen, Stan. I'm with you. 800K, yeah. Yes, we have been there for a while. We all know the risk in crypto, and even stocks all can go to zero, including XRP, though low chance. Yeah, it's probably a low chance. But you're right. They all could go down. They all could go down for sure. Yeah, without question. So just ask yourself, well, how is it going to sustain money? When you go to buy a new pre-sale or whatever it is, dude, just go and ask yourself, what is it going to do to actually sustain itself? And if you can't answer the question, it's probably not a good buy. In all reality. The U.S. justice system is the best money you can buy. Touche. Yeah, I would agree, Kev. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Different story, and probably maybe Do Kwon deserves some jail, but 5 years. Yeah, but he's been through it all, bro. Not only that, but remember, he stayed in a Nicaragua prison for a year, which is like one of the worst prisons you could possibly be in. Remember, he was there for a year in Nicaragua, right? Imagine being in that prison. Who knows what happened to him, dude? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure bad things probably happened, and probably things that probably changed his life happened. I'm not going to go into details, but I mean, you probably think of what could happen inside those cells. I don't feel like SBF should get 25. It's only a little theft. I don't think he should get 25, dude. I actually think Caroline should have got 25 for being. I just think it's crazy that if you collude, or that you're gonna get no jail time, yet you were involved in the same thing, doing the exact same stuff, all of that. But since you decided to be the rat, you don't get any jail time. That's crazy to me, dude. Like, that's crazy. Oh my god, Kev. If BTC goes to zero, Michael Saylor or Max Kaiser, that should go to jail. Oh, dude, I don't think there's no way. Any thoughts on Axelar? I saw that looks like a partnership coming to Solana and XRP. Looks like AXL could be a smart buy now if it plays out. I haven't even heard of Axelar. What is Axelar? Let me look it up. I haven't even looked at it, dude. AXELAR. I don't even know what it is. Axelar. About $133 million market cap. It's on Binance. Yeah. I don't know enough about it, dude. Yeah, there's I don't know. Looks like there's the H bar, Axelar. I don't. What the frick do they do, dude? What is their like? What are they trying to be? Oh, right here. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll probably have to spend some time on it. XR is like wormhole. It bridges between it. Gotcha. Yeah, I think you're Jessica. You are supposed to deregister from XLR. Yeah, if you haven't deregistered, definitely go over and do it. Just go to the dashboard here, enter the seller, go over to the legacy side right here, and then go down and deregister yourself. I rewards claims deregister as a relayer. So I've already claimed my rewards here, which I think so we got 248 exited. So we have 60. We have basically 40% of people still need to deregister. One relayer needed to exit. These relayers already claimed the rewards. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, then you got your Fox protocol here, which is like right here, system upgrade in progress, and then you got your mothership lobby, which is a little bit different now from what it was before. Axelar is like wormhole, yeah, wormhole, Solana bridge, not ETH though. Correction. Oh, is wormhole for Solana? Interesting. The new Luna, not Luna Cloud. Oh, is it going up or down, dude? I haven't looked at the new Luna. Dude, it's getting obliterated. Holy shit. 18% down, 99% down overall, which is crazy, right? God, that's so crazy, dude. Are people still even buying this? Like, where can you even buy this at? You can buy it on. You can buy Luna on Binance. Gosh dang, I haven't looked at long. Terra Classic. That's crazy. That thing rallied over the last. Look at that thing. That thing went crazy, dude. And look at the dip on that. Look at the liquidation event on that. Gosh, that looks so bad, dude. Yeah, it's crazy to think Luna Classic, dude. Let's all pump Luna Classic to 5 cents. Only claim an exit from a relayer if it's showing exit, no penalty fee. Yeah, definitely do that. I'm one of them. I wasn't understanding because on X they say not to. Was confused. Yeah, do what Phil just said right here. Only claim an exit from the relayer if it's showing exit, no penalty. Uh, swing trade dash cryptocurrency for Luna. It pumped up 28%. Gosh, dang, really? Okay, so you got 6 days still. Okay, so you got to wait 6 days. What? That's only if you got in on pre-sale, right? The deregister. No, it's only if you decide to be a relayer. If you decide to be a relayer, you got to deregister the relayer and then register your new tokens. So yeah, I gotta disconnect so I can like connect my wallets. And so now I think you can register wallets here. Let's register. Interacting with confirm. Cool. Now I've a registered. It looks like I've just registered my 20,941 tokens. So it looks like that I've already registered now. So cool. So I'm right here. Number two address on the registered participants. 298 people already. So shout out to them, dude. It's pretty cool. So I just registered my $80,000, which is kind of crazy, right? All right, I'm in. I'm officially in. Screw it. I did it. 6%. Your share of reward pool is 6%. Hell yeah, dude. Damn, 6%. 6% of the reward pool. That's pretty good, dude. Damn. If you were a relayer, dude, if you were a relayer, you had to unregister, collect your tokens, and then re-register under the new system. This is a legacy system. Now there's a new system. But all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go get some things going for the day. As you guys know, cryptocurrency market's up and down right now. I told you guys my feelings on where we're at, where I'm gonna wait. I'm obviously gonna see where this goes with XRP. Like I said, I'll probably carry it into tomorrow. Try to find the bottom tomorrow, and then I'm going to probably make a purchase on probably Saturday morning, maybe Friday night, depending on where it's at. But typically over the last couple of days, we trend downward into Fridays into Saturdays. So hopefully we don't go too far, and it allows us to have a nice little recovery back upwards. So that's kind of where it's at. But I will be back on here tomorrow, same time, same place, to talk about crypto. So hope you guys have a fan. I'm doing a live tonight. Depends on how the weather is, dude. I'm going to be up. We have a soccer practice up in the northern Seattle area. So it depends on weather, traffic, all that stuff, how long it takes to get home. So yeah, I'm going to try to, but I can't make a promise. The last couple of days have been tough, but I'm going to definitely try to. And if I do, I'll be on, man. So, but I appreciate you guys all being here. And like I said, if I'm not on tonight, I'll be on tomorrow, regardless. So with all that, like I said, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And also go click on the link right here for BTCC. It's up in the description, or it's in the description, and it's also over here in the chat if you wanted to partake in on the $1,000 giveaway by BTCC for AT members only. So, but yeah, with all that, love you guys a ton. We're out. Peace out, everyone.